Hi guys, I'm so excited today. I wanted to talk about Spireside candles. I have 7 candles. Spireside is such a cool, exciting brand. I actually placed this order a while ago and I received it a while ago, but I just never really got around to doing them or reviewing them. I've only burned one of these, and the only reason that I burned it was so I could give a little bit of information on how these ones burn. So I did smell some of these when I got the package, but I don't really remember what they smell like, and some of them I don't even think I know what they smell like, so I'm really excited. If you guys don't know Spireside, they are like a mostly Disney-inspired small business, niche kind of artisan, handmade candle company. So there are a lot of candle companies now that make Disney-inspired scents, and I love it. I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Disney candles. I honestly would like to try all the Disney candles at some point. Spireside really caught my eye though. They used to be anthology candles. So if you were familiar with anthology candles, Spireside is anthology candles. Some of the scents from when they were anthology candles are still around. They're under different names, some of them. So 2 of these candles are actually not available anymore, but the rest of them are. One of them wasn't even available when I ordered it. It was my free candle. So they have a promotion. If you spend over a certain amount, you get a free candle, but it's like a mystery candle. So I was really excited about that. So I have one here that was a mystery candle and it's not available anymore. And then I also have one that was available when I purchased it, but it's not available anymore. So the thing with Spireside is they make kind of small batches and their scents change like somewhat frequently, not like crazy frequently, but they're often making new scents and putting new stuff out. But they do have some of them, and a lot of them I have here that seem to be kind of like core scents that they never kind of cycle out of, but they're constantly making new stuff. And like right now I'm looking at the website, and honestly I could have bought everything on this website. The names, the packaging, like it's all so cute. Like they have some Christmas ones. So these are primarily Disney inspired, but they have some like Harry Potter stuff too. It's really, really cool. I see they have like Creepy Christmas, Jungle Belle Christmas, like Jungle Cruise, Christmas Yeti. I saw they also had an Alice in Wonderland inspired candle called Malice in Wonderland, and it just looks so cool. I totally recommend just like checking out the website. So check them out on Instagram. Really, really cool. So in addition to the free candle promotion, also they do have 10% off your first order. The code is NEW10. It's listed on their website. So if you do want to place an order with them, you are able to get 10% off, which I did. So the one that I burned was Siren Seas. And this was the one that really like inspired me to make the purchase because I just love everything mermaids. And I think I saw like an Instagram ad for this one and I was just like, I can't, like I have to get this one. This one is currently not on the website. However, I think this one was previously called Mermaid Lagoon and it had beautiful artwork on it. This one has beautiful artwork on it too. A lot of these candles have the artwork by Jeff Granito and they're so pretty. I mean, just look at this. I like had to have it just based on the way that it looked in the name alone. So this one isn't available, but they do bring scents back, and they also have something called vaulted fragrances, which is kind of like if you do a subscription, you can get fragrances that are not available anymore, retired fragrances. It looks really cool. And they do bring back fragrances. Sometimes they put them under different names. Sometimes they bring them back slightly differently. And sometimes they just bring them back just to bring them back. So just because a scent isn't available anymore doesn't mean that it's gone forever. Also, they have whipped soaps, which look really, really cool. They look like whipped cream, but like in colors. So on to the actual candles. This one is so pretty, like I said, Siren Seas. This is the only one that I burned, and I just wanted to burn one for just a little while just to see how they burn so I could give a little bit of insight as to how these perform in the throw and everything. So these are 8 ounces. All the ones that I purchased are 8 ounces. It's soy wax. They're all hand poured, handmade, single wick. They also have 16-ounce double wick candles. Regular price on these is $28, which is expensive, don't get me wrong, but this is kind of like a small like artisan kind of novelty candle, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing as like a Bath and Body Works candle, and you know I love a Bath and Body Works candle, but this is more like a special niche candle that like maybe you don't buy all the time. So they're definitely pricey. They're not like cheap candles, and they are on the small side. The large ones I think are like 52, so they're not cheap candles by any means. 8 ounces, $28 is the regular price. Soy wax, single wick. So Siren Seas. This smells really, really pleasant, and I do like the scent. It smells like different than I would have expected, although based on the notes it makes sense. So this is a really sweet tropical coconut pineapple-y scent. So if you were to tell me that this candle was based on like the Polynesian, or this was like Dole Whip inspired, I would probably believe you, because it smells very tropical and it smells beautiful. The scent is very pleasant, and I think a lot of people would love this scent. So the notes on this one say emerald waters, bright citrus, sea flowers, and subtle coconut. So this one, like I said, is not currently on the website, but that doesn't mean it won't come back. It does smell really good. Honestly, I wanted this one for the packaging, and I will be honest, I thought that this would be like a deep, dark, salty mermaid smell. I always want the mermaid candles to smell like that. Like, I just got my order from Candle Day, and I got Mermaid Lagoon from Bath & Body Works, and I love it, but I just wish that like somebody would make a really like deep, dark, salty mermaid scent. And you know, being called Siren Seas, this was more like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of mermaids, I thought. But if this is a mermaid, this is like a mermaid on an island with a Mai Tai in her hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more like a fruity, tropical kind of mermaid smell, as opposed to like the ocean. But it does smell really, really nice. I definitely smell the coconut. I smell some pineapple in here. This is a little bit fruity. So I don't expect these little candles to perform like Twisted Peppermint from Bath & Body Works. It's just not the same thing, and I don't expect it. When I first lit this one, I was very nervous because I had heard that these had like pretty good throw for a small candle like this. And when I first lit it, I couldn't smell it at all. I was like, oh, come on. But I was like, you know what? Just give it a minute. And I let it pool out a bit. I had it burning for like a couple hours. And I will say, and remember, this was only my first burn. So I imagine as it goes down, it might be a quicker process. Once I had it burning for about an hour, it had a pretty good throw. So I had this in like a bedroom, and it was fine. It totally filled the room. I don't know if this would fill like an open space, but like not many 8-ounce candles are going to do that anyway. It was perfectly fine for a bedroom. It filled the room nicely. It was strong enough that you could smell it in every area of the room, but it wasn't like overpowering strong. Again, not every candle, even the same size from the same company, is going to have the same performance, but that was basically my experience with this one. The throw was fine. It took a little bit to pool out. It took a little bit to get going, but once it did, it was fine, and you could definitely smell it. So next up, I think I should do Ghostly Castle. So we all know what this one is based on. Haunted Mansion. I believe this is also one of their like core scents, and I don't think that they usually like rotate this one out. I feel like this is one of their most popular scents. So I have to say, I'm very curious, because like, does the Haunted Mansion have a smell? I guess it does, but if it does, it's very subtle. So I'm going to smell it first, and then I will look at the notes and see if they match up to what I smell. I obviously read the notes when I ordered it, but I don't remember, so I'll just smell it. Oh, that's really weird. Wow, that is so weird. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, that's really cool. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is... Wait, I'm having a hard time, like, how do I describe this? That is way weirder than I expected. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like, I'm glad. That's what I was looking for. When I'm looking for niche candles, I want like the weird stuff. I want like the authentic weird stuff. And this is pretty weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is very difficult to describe. But if this makes any sense, what I'm thinking of when I smell this candle is like when you open a window at night, if that makes any sense. So like, you open a window at night, not the same thing as when you open a window during the day or in the morning. It's at night. And then you leave the room and you come back inside, and there's this like smell in the room because you opened the window. It kind of smells like outside air inside, but like at night. It doesn't smell like morning dew. It has this like very weird, like airy smell. And maybe a little bit of like dustiness. Like, I remember like reading something about dustiness like in the notes, If you're into perfume and stuff, like some perfumes, as you probably know, have like a dusty note in them, and that's like intentional or sometimes it's not intentional. This definitely has a dustiness to it. Wow, that is weird. But it's good. Like I don't know if the Haunted Mansion actually has a smell, but conceptually, I think they nailed this because this is weird. So let me look at the notes. The notes say musty carpets, dusty furnishings, and graveyard grasses. Yeah, that makes so much sense. I said exactly like when you open a window at night, but you're smelling it inside. I definitely get that. There's definitely a dusty note in here. Definitely that like grasses, yes, outside air, grass, but like the inside. Like definitely a mustiness, definitely a dustiness. Almost like not quite a thrift store smell, but it kind of does smell like clothes, if you know what I'm saying. Not that it smells like laundry, it smells kind of like clothes that have maybe like been in an attic. Conceptually, I think they nailed it. This is not like just a basic like clean scent. There's definitely some weirdness in this candle, and like that's the idea. That is really cool. I'm really curious to burn this one and see how it smells. I have to say, this is one of the weirdest candles I've ever smelled. But if you just like to burn candles to like make your house smell nice, and like you just kind of want to smell like linen or like fruit or something, I don't know if this is for you because there's definitely like a mustiness and a dustiness in here. But if you're into the weird stuff and you're like really looking for like a conceptual kind of like experience candle, this is pretty weird. I am very curious to see how that one burns. Next one I got was Enchanted Library, Belle inspired. Of course I wanted this one. Beautiful red wax. Ooh, very pretty, very realistic, very strong. By the way, all of these on cold at least, especially this one and Ghostly Castle, smell very, very strong on cold, which is a good thing because, you know, you especially with a small candle, you want it to smell strong on cold. So very strong, very pretty, very realistic rose. Oh, very, very pretty. This reminds me of tea rose, like the perfume tea rose. Very authentic rose. Honestly, if I could compare it to something, I would compare it to Red Roses from Yankee, if anybody remembers Red Roses. Not identical, but slightly similar. Probably the most authentic rose scent I've ever smelled in a candle, at least. This is very, very realistic. Like a rose with the stem and everything, like a very realistic rose. The notes say aged library books, wild roses, and a hint of leather. Yeah, I guess I kind of smell that. There's a, you know, now that it's been pointed out to me, there's a little bit of that like kind of musty smell that is in Ghostly Castle. Yeah, I can kind of see the leather. Mostly, and on first sniff, it's just a very realistic, very beautiful rose scent, but that's definitely in the background. I wonder if that comes out more when it's burning. I'd be interested. If you like roses, I imagine you would love this because this is a very realistic rose scent and very strong. Like the strongest like true rose scent I think I've ever smelled in a candle. On cold anyway. That's how it smells. Very nice. This is the other one that wasn't available. This is called Village Bakery, and this was my mystery candle, and I'm very excited. This is not one that I necessarily would have picked out for myself, which is kind of cool that like I got this as a mystery candle. This one wasn't even available when I purchased it, and it wasn't even vaulted, but who knows if this one might make a comeback. Because it's not on the website, I don't have the notes for this one, and I don't know what it's supposed to be, so I don't even know exactly what this is based on, but I can tell you what it smells like. So oh my gosh, oh, that smells so good. Okay, I think this must be based on like a Starbucks in Disney. Smells really good because it smells like that's what it smells like. It smells like a Starbucks in Disney. It's a really, really nice, very smooth coffee, like very, very sweet coffee and treats kind of scent, like very authentic, very sweet, very beautiful. It kind of smells like a coffee creamer, like a very sweet coffee creamer. Very crisp though, like very, very Oh my gosh, that smells so good. And it's very strong. Like, oh, that smells amazing. Oh my gosh. And I don't usually even like coffee scents. I don't like coffee. I don't hate the way coffee smells, but I'm not somebody who would like buy a coffee candle. But this is like coffee and sweets. This is definitely like Starbucks and Disney. That's actually the first thing I thought of. I was like, ooh, it smells like Starbucks. But it's very sweet. Kind of like a coffee creamer. Wow, that's really nice. This is probably, again, like this is probably the most like realistic, like authentic kind of like coffee and treats scent that I've ever smelled. Like I'm not really a fan of Paris Cafe from Bath & Body Works. I know a lot of people love that one. This one is very authentic and it doesn't smell artificial. It doesn't smell like fake sweet. It's very sweet, but it doesn't smell cheap. Wow, that smells really good. I'm sorry this one is not available. I don't even know when they had this one. It smells really, really good. Gothic Library. This one just looked really cool. Gray wax. Oh, interesting. This one smells a little bit similar to Enchanted Library, which makes sense. This is cleaner than I would have expected it to smell. But there's definitely that airy mustiness that is in both Ghostly Castle and Enchanted Library. This one smells kind of like Enchanted Library, but like minus the rose note. It's got this like clean but like airy mustiness to it. It's kind of difficult to describe. But it's a very interesting, like, nice scent. It's cleaner than I would have expected. It's more, I would say this one smells a little bit more friendly than the Ghostly Castle does. So the notes on this one say medieval books, aged papyrus, and musty pages. I guess that makes sense. I think it smells more like a library than necessarily like a book. But it smells good. It has that, like, interesting, musty, kind of airy smell. I wonder how they do that. Like, I've never really smelled anything that smells like that. In a candle, anyway. It smells good. That's interesting. This one is probably so far like the hardest one to describe, but it smells a little bit similar to Enchanted Library, but it doesn't have the rose in it, which is like the most prominent note in that one. But it's interesting. Two more left. I'm very excited about both of these. First one, Dragon Queen. Okay, so I have come to realize that this one might be like Game of Thrones inspired, but I don't know. Like, I thought Maleficent, like they do Disney candles, so I thought that this was like Maleficent inspired. Maybe it is, I don't know. I think this is a Maleficent inspired candle, so I wanted it. It has like a purpley gray wax, like not the purple of Ghostly Castle, but not gray like the Gothic Library, like a purpley gray. Okay. Oh, that is so nice. Okay, this smells like one of those shops, you know, like maybe it's by the beach, or like in my experience it's by the beach, and they sell like incense and crystals, and there's this really like laid back bohemian girl working there, and she's like, oh, did you want to try this? That's what this smells like incensey, slightly like breezy kind of smell. Very nice, very incensey, but less smoky incense, more like floral incense, but very, very nice. So the notes on this one say dragon fire, which is notes of patchouli and smoke. I can smell some patchouli in there. Dungeon incense, yes, sweet vines and thorny briars. So that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about. This smells like those cool, like pretty little shops, you know what I mean? Very nice scent. I could see this being like a very expensive niche perfume. Honestly, that's what it smells like. Very like sweet incense kind of vibe. Very nice. This one's nice. I like this one. It smells good. It's like sweet and incensey and like a little bit smoky. It's not like a super smoky candle, but a little bit smoky. It smells really good. Last one, and this is probably the one that I'm most excited about. I feel like this probably is their most popular scent. I don't know, but I'm guessing this is their most popular. Pirate's Revenge. Every Disney inspired candle company makes a pirate's candle. I feel like if there's one scent that people want to capture from Disney, it's pirates. And it's probably like my favorite ride at Disney. I don't know. I feel like it's just good. It's just pirates. Come on. So I've heard mixed reviews about this one. I know a lot of people do a pirate's candle. I've heard some people say this is the best one, and it smells just like it. And then I've heard other people be like, oh no, it doesn't really smell like it. I don't know. The packaging is very, very cute. This has like a bluish gray wax, kind of similar to the Dragon Queen, but a little bit more blue. All right. I'm very excited to smell this one. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, that definitely smells like the ride. Oh my god. Oh, this is my favorite. This one is definitely my favorite. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have not smelled a pirate's candle from any other company yet. I would really like to, but this one smells so good. That smells so much like it. The notes on this one say musty ocean water, salty sea breeze, cannon fire, and smoke. Yeah, okay. So what makes pirates smell like pirates is like mostly the chemically treated water. And that's definitely in here. The entire scent is not just the water, but it's definitely in there, and it definitely smells like the ride. It has that smokiness. That definitely evoked the memory, like immediately. This is good, I have to say. Like this one's my favorite. I'm pretty impressed with these, honestly. These are all like conceptually pretty great. Like the mermaid one I wish had been a little bit more like salty smelling, but like this is pretty spot on, honestly. Like the entire scent is not the water, but it's definitely in there. And here's the thing. I get why they wouldn't make the entire scent the water, because on a lot of fronts that wouldn't make a great candle. I probably would buy it and enjoy it, but you know what I mean? But it has this like a little bit of this like smokiness that definitely smells like the ride. This one does smell a little bit salty, which is nice. That water smell is definitely in there. This definitely smells salty. It smells smoky. This totally smells like pirates. That evoked the memory immediately. This one is my favorite. I'm so excited to burn this one. Overall thoughts. I think conceptually these are really cool, and I think they kind of nailed it. Like that ghostly castle one is pretty weird, and a lot of them have this scent that kind of does remind me of Disney, and I don't know if it's just like the airiness or the mustiness. I don't know what it is, but there's this scent that's in a lot of them, not like in the bakery one and not really in Dragon Queen, but they all kind of have this note in them that kind of makes me think of like when I was first smelling them, I was trying to work it out in my mind, and I was like, what does that smell like? And the first thing I said was like, oh, it kind of smells like Epcot. And it's like, what is Epcot? Like, you know how many different smells are going on in Epcot? Like, what part of Epcot? But I figured it out, and what I meant was it kind of has this scent of like when you're on a ride and you get that like whoosh of cold air, it kind of has this like airy scent, and that's kind of what is in a lot of these candles. It's definitely in the Ghostly Castle, it's definitely in the Enchanted Library, and it's definitely in the Pirates. And it's really cool because it does kind of smell like that. I don't know exactly what that scent is or how or what notes you would put in to make it smell like that, but it definitely has that going on. Conceptually, I think they did a really good job with these overall. That Ghostly Castle one is really weird and really cool. Village Bakery, unfortunately not on the website anymore, but smells amazing. The best like coffee and treats candle I've ever smelled, and they're always putting out new stuff and they just look so cool. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with these. I think they're really cool, and I am especially impressed with this Pirates candle. I really, really like it. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.